So, what religion did most of the Japanese people belong to?
Buddhism.
Buddhism, very good. And do you remember what a missionary is? I know that's a new concept.
No.
These are people who travel. Hendrix was attending the regular public school and it was going fine last year, and then the lockdowns happened and school closed. Spread the teachings of Jesus. And then they announced the plan for fall, which was, at first it was, do you want to sign up for in-person, which we wanted to, we did. And then it turned into, well, it's only 2 days a week, and then it turned into fully virtual. And then I thought, okay, well, I guess it'll be just like spring, and as long as we get it done, we're good. But then they announced that it's going to be all synchronous, and they're going to follow a bell schedule. And that's when I had these visions of, 6 hours a day in front of, a camera and his computer, and he's an 8-year-old boy. Last question, where did Zen Buddhists look for truth? Did they have a priest or a pope?
From what their heart said?
From their hearts, exactly. So I researched online, I found Facebook communities, I met other moms like myself that are new to homeschooling. I learned about the curricula that's available. I found all these podcasts about different homeschooling methodologies, and in the end, I just found some materials online, and I bought them. I got a whiteboard, and we just started. 5 times 30 minus 5 times 5, because 25 here is 30 minus 5. Are you looking? So for us, it's not like there's an official start to the homeschooling day. Sorry. Because to me, homeschooling and schooling, education is something that should just be a part of life. There are methods of homeschooling that are very aligned with the public school curriculum with tests along the way. And then they're at the other extreme, which I would say I'm sort of tending toward now as I'm getting into it, which is, some people call it unschooling, which is really about teaching schooling and education as a way of life, not something that just happens in a classroom, but happens every day at any hour of the day. I mean, we're doing the homeschooling together, we're having breakfast at the same time in parallel, we are doing dinner prep, we're doing a few chores, and we're kind of getting everything done together. And you say, well, that's a lot, but you know what? When Hendrix is sweeping the floor while we are doing, let's say, spelling exercises or multiplication quizzing, actually the brain works better. Are there any friends that are doing homeschooling with us?
Oh, this is Poopy Bear. This is Moo Moo. This is Snaky. I didn't name these two.
Hendrix, please sit down because I need to get to work soon. Okay, thank you. Okay. You ready? This chapter is called The Foreign Conquest of China, the Rise of the Manchu. Sometimes I would get these notes from the teacher about, something that wasn't perfect. That's usually when you hear from the teacher, right? Why aren't you paying attention? Why are you going off with your friends? Why are you, disrupting class? But now as I get to know him better, I understand where that's coming from. I understand his personality. So somehow, even though we're spending more time together, I would say we have less conflict. China was growing. Down in the south of China, I feel a lot closer to him. I feel better attuned to where he's at academically. Sofa, the fabric. We just are going to add what we learned to our Book of Centuries, which helps understand what we're learning in history in the context of what's happening in other parts of the world. So what we're learning about, I think, is in the 1600s. Come, Hendrix, bring your pencil. There are times when, the brain just isn't on. He just doesn't feel like it. So we take a break. Okay, first give me some jump rope real quick to get the blood flowing, because I find his brain works better when his body is engaged. In fact, some of the reading and writing stuff he does standing and spinning like this, because his brain works best when he's doing that. So we just go with it. Wow! Okay, quick handstand. 3 tries. it's interesting because I think when I was a child, I don't think I would have liked the idea of homeschooling. I really wanted to get out of the house. But for Hendrix, he really likes it. And when I asked him why, what do you like about it? And he said, well, it's at my level. And I think what he means is he likes how tailored it is to his interests and his moods. It doesn't mean that we don't sometimes do things he's not in the mood for. I mean, like math, right? You have to learn some of the foundational math concepts in order to do the fun, interesting math later. Go up to the board and show me how you would figure out 7 times 13. And remember, the most important thing is to show your work, not just getting the right answer, but showing your work. Also, because I work, I get a little bit of help. So his former nanny, who is also a former teacher in our county, is now a learning coach for him. So she does a 90-minute online session with him every weekday.
I did some IXL, which was easy.
Which IXL did you do?
Oh yeah, my mom wanted us to do an IXL about Buddhism.
We're working on some website enhancements, so I'm getting ready for a presentation this afternoon on some ideas of how to enhance the website. And then usually when she's done around noon, my husband takes over and takes care of lunch so I can continue working. And because I've done most of the dinner prep in the morning, I can work until 6. And you know, that works well since the company I work for is in Mountain Time. So 10 o'clock for me is 8 o'clock for them when they're just coming in. So it works. And also some of the homeschooling is on weekends or on evenings. Okay, what's he gonna write about this week?
So he wanted to write a story similar to like The Wind in the Willows.
Oh, similar to The Wind in the... At the beginning of the lockdown, we were scared, I think, like everyone, and we were very isolated. And then over time, I started to see the impact on him, and you know, he's an only child, and I made a point of arranging play dates every single day. Nikki is the daughter of a longtime customer. And it took all these years that we didn't realize that we both were parents of an only child about the same age. And it wasn't until this, you know, pandemic and we both pulled our kids out of school and we just happened to be talking one day. And we realized, yeah, let's get the kids together. And they became great friends, like instantly. So now they hang out every week.
Did I show you the mud? Deer. See if I can pet it. Probably not.
When I first started with this, I thought, you know what, it's just going to be temporary. But now as I'm doing it, I've fallen in love with it. It's an amazing approach. I can't see sending him back this year, and I'm already thinking ahead to the future. I really don't know. I mean, I think my biggest worry is the social connection, right? When you're homeschooling and everyone else is in school, the social connection, social skills, they kind of come automatically. I do worry that he's missing out on some of the group school connection, and I think we just have to take it day by day and see. What just scares me?
There's not a lot.
There's not a lot, exactly. And expensive. Soon, the Army ran